Hello everyone, it's Lindsay, or as many of the kids call me, Miss Lindsay. I'm just gonna wait about a minute in case anyone hasn't logged in yet to watch the video. Hi Jen. So, like I said, my name is Lindsay. I am a teacher at Children's Service Center in Wilkes-Barre. I work with kids with social and emotional disabilities and difficulties. I also am a swim instructor, and I teach kids of all abilities how to swim. I've worked with kids with disabilities across the board. I teach swim lessons to kids who are preparing to go onto a swim team. So that's kind of like one of my little passions that I am very much still involved with. And lastly, I love teaching my kindergarten kids, and I really, really miss seeing them every day now that we're at home in quarantine. So today I'm going to be reading a book. It's called The Mighty Splash. One of the reasons why I love this book is it talks about this little octopus. His name is Gus, and he has to overcome self-expression and some bullying and really learn how to just be himself and be okay with himself. So I'm going to get started. The book is called The Mighty Splash. Oh, let me move over a little bit. If there was a... Oh, sorry, wrong first page. Once upon a time, in the deep blue ocean, there lived an octopus called Gus. All Gus wanted was to be as brave as his favorite superhero, the Mighty Splash. But there was one little problem. He was scared of everything. This little fish said boo to him, and he's very much afraid of that. If there was a storm, Gus hid. If there was a shadow, Gus swam away. And at night, when it was dark, Gus trembled and cuddled up to his teddy. At school, Gus dressed up as a superhero and pretended he was as brave as the Mighty Splash. But all of his friends laughed at him and called him names. They said, "Ha ha, jelly legs, ha ha ha, big softy." Being brave is hard, Gus thought to himself sadly as he changed color and hid behind a rock. Then, one morning, Gus had an idea. He would go on an adventure to find the Mighty Splash and ask him how to be brave. After packing his favorite seaweed sandwiches, Gus left the safety of his home and set off on his way. Gus swam over colorful reefs and through dark, scary caves. He swam past spooky sunken ships and beneath big, crashing waves. He swam and he swam and he swam until his little tentacles could swim no more. But there was still no sign of the Mighty Splash. By now, Gus was a long, long way from home, and he was starting to feel a bit scared. Maybe it wasn't such a good idea swimming off on my own, he thought. Then, as he rested by a rock, Gus heard a frightened cry and swam and saw a flash of white teeth and a huge gray fin. A group of seal pups were trapped by an enormous shark. "So, what are you going to do?" asked a voice. Gus looked down in surprise and saw a tiny old crab. "Me?" quivered Gus. "What can I do? I'm just a little scared octopus." "Everyone gets scared from time to time," said the crab. "Even sharks. Did you know that some sharks are scared of the dark?" "Scared of the dark," thought Gus. "That's it." Quick as a flash, Gus zoomed between the sharks and the shark and the seal pups, and soon a big black cloud surrounded them all. Gus had used his special octopus ink to turn the water as dark as night. The shark was surprised. In fact, the shark was so scared that it turned and swam away as fast as it could. Once the ink had drifted away, the seal pups thanked Gus and swam off to find their moms. "You were right," said Gus to his new friend. "That shark really was scared of the dark." "Come on, let's get you home," chuckled the crab. Gus and the crab traveled back beneath big crashing waves, past spooky sunken ships, through dark, scary caves, and over colorful reefs, until finally Gus was home. Before he knew it, Gus was being squeezed tightly in his mom's arms, all 8 of them. "Thanks for returning Gus home safely," said Gus's mom to the old crab. "You must have been very scared, Gus." "Everyone gets scared from time to time," said Gus, "even sharks." "Don't be silly," said Gus's mom. And when Gus turned round to thank his new friend, the tiny old crab was gone in a mighty splash. That's the end of the book. I'm going to hang out for a few more minutes. If any of you guys have questions about the book, about what I do as a teacher, what I do as a swim instructor, I also do a little bit of babysitting for some of my most favorite kids. So I'm going to hang out here for another minute or two. And if there are any questions, you can post them, or you can always comment on this video later and I'll get back to them whenever you have a chance. I'll show you my dog while we're waiting though. Gander, come here. Come on. Come here. Come here. He's not really listening. There he is. Hey. He's really not allowed on this couch. I'm just allowing it for now. Good boy. Hello, Chase. I will be chatting with you and your sister a little later on today in our little special side video. That is a great question. Does Gander swim? Yes, my dog does swim. He likes to swim a lot. So Usually when we take him in the pool, we put booties on him so his nails don't scratch the pool liner. So he has these little booties on, and it actually kind of makes it a little bit more difficult for him to swim because he can't like use his toes and the webbing in between his toes. So we also put a little life jacket on him. We never bought a dog life jacket. We just use one of my brother's old life jackets from probably when he was about 5 or 6 years old. So another question, why the shark was scared? Well, the crab that we learned about at the end of the book, he turned out to be the Mighty Splash. He was a superhero. He told Gus that some sharks are afraid of the dark. So when Gus squirted his octopus ink into the water, it made it very dark. And so that shark got scared and swam away. That was a really good question. Thank you. Now, I think most animals do know how to swim. I did not teach my dog how to swim. I've taught humans how to swim, but my dog pretty much already knew when he was a puppy. You just put him in the water, and then they start paddling their feet. That's not something you usually have to teach them. Does Miss Rhiannon have any questions for me? I'm not sure if she's watching right now. What is your favorite part about teaching swim lessons? My most favorite part about it, and the reason why I still do it, even if my even if my schedule is busy, the reason why I still teach swim lessons is because I just absolutely love the moment of when a kid finally is able to do something that they were not able to do before. One of the kids that I did work with, she just recently started being able to jump in the water, more than 4 feet. So getting into deeper water, she can now jump in, and it is the most amazing feeling seeing a kid do that for the first time, or putting their face underwater, or being able to swim without a floaty. That is absolutely my favorite part, just seeing you guys do your best and reach new levels. Now, Miss Rhiannon, to answer your question, who wants to know what I am doing, I am reading a book and answering questions right now, and sitting on the couch with my dog. Say hi. Can I have high five? High five. High five. Good boy. Yeah. Let's see, we're at about, okay. I'll stay on for about 1 more minute. If there are any more questions, just let me know. Thank you guys all for watching, though. This was really fun. I would totally love to do this again. And remember, the book was The Mighty Splash. I actually got this book at Marshall's, but I'm sure you could find it at, on Amazon now. Once the coronavirus is all settled, probably at Barnes & Noble too. Chase would like to know how old Gander is. So, Gander, my friend here, is just about 8 years old. He still acts like a puppy. He doesn't act like an old man. He still runs around crazy in the house. Hey. He doesn't look too old either. I think he still has a puppy face. But 8 years old is getting pretty old for a dog. So he's probably definitely like your mom and dad's ages, maybe older. Maybe maybe he's like 60. I don't know. I'll have to look that up, Chase. Well, thank you all for watching and tuning in. And I'm sure there will be more book readings coming up this week. So if you have any other questions, just post them in the video and I'll check them out at some other point.